built something real. Your business works, your clients get results, your testimonials are great, the offers are solid, but then you hit a ceiling. You plateau at whatever specific level that you're at right now, and you can't seem to break through, no matter what you do, what strategies you implement. And you try posting more consistently. You're tweaking your offer, you're optimizing your funnels, and you hire someone to help with marketing, all the things, and nothing's moving the needle. And some people can do some visible things, post on social media, do video, sales conversations, and all that feels manageable. When you start to run into issues when it starts to be about consistency, you know you need to be more visible, but something is holding you back. You just can't do it. And it's not about laziness or lack of discipline. It's not about, not having the right strategy, having the content calendar all put together. It's your nervous system ceiling telling you how much visibility it's actually allowing you to tolerate. Now, it's important to distinguish between the fear of visibility and the visibility ceiling. Fear of visibility is about being afraid to be seen. You fear that you're going to be judged, rejected. You avoid showing up altogether. You procrastinate on posting anything. A visibility ceiling, though, is being able to be visible, but only being able to sustain it for a certain period of time, for so long before your nervous system is like, this is just too much. It becomes unbearable. You hit a point where the activation just gets too intense and you need to retreat. And you show up and do the work, but it's only in bursts. Maybe posting consistently for a certain period of time and then, disappearing. So maybe 2 weeks and then of posting, doing all the things, and then running away for a month because it's just like, this is a lot. Maybe you do a visible launch, but then you go silent right after. You just can't sustain being visible for that long. And the ceiling is a nervous system capacity limit. It's the point at which being seen triggers your nervous system's threat. And you just can't continue to do it because your nervous system's like, danger, danger, too much. You need more visibility to grow your business, but your nervous system has learned that somewhere along the way, being seen is dangerous and it has a maximum amount of time that it is allowed or allowing you to tolerate that danger of being visible before it just forces you to shut down. And this is why the visibility tips of just do it more doesn't work. It's not about accountability or other motivational strategies because it's your body that cannot sustain the level of visibility that's required to scale to that next level. And until your nervous system learns that being seen is safe or can be safe, you're going to keep hitting that ceiling. And that's because of, your past. Maybe you grew up in an environment where visibility was dangerous. Maybe your parents were critical of you, and being noticed meant that you were being targeted by them. You learned to make yourself small so that you could stay safe in their presence. Maybe you experienced public shame or humiliation. Maybe you were called out, laughed at, criticized in front of others, and your nervous system learned that being visible then meant being exposed to judgment, being exposed to pain. Maybe you grew up in a family where standing out meant standing apart, being that black sheep of the family. And ambitious goals or visible success triggered some type of family dysfunction or problems. And your nervous system learned that if I become too visible, if I become too successful, I'm going to lose that connection with my family. Maybe you experienced abandonment or loss after you had this moment of visibility. You were happy, you were so excited that you were visible and you did something great. But then something bad happened, and your nervous system learned that visibility precedes loss. Maybe you witnessed what happened to other visible people. You saw people being judged for their visibility. You saw the cost of what it was to be seen. And your nervous system learned that visibility has a price. And maybe you're not really willing to pay it at this point. Whatever your specific origin story, your nervous system has a protective reason for having this visibility ceiling, and it learned that it was a threat. The protection served you at some point. Making yourself small kept you safe at some point. Reducing visibility protected you, but now it's limiting your business. And it's your body, again, trying to protect itself, but it's information. That ceiling Is your nervous system saying that you're just not regulated enough to sustain the visibility and we've got to address the core issue? You can only attain a certain level of complexity, pressure, or visibility in that nervous system that can stay regulated. But once it exceeds that threshold, your nervous system is like, nope, checks out. And you experience that anxiety, that numbness, dissociation, shame, or that irresistible urge to just run and hide, stay in the closet, stay in the dark room. Again, it's not about strategy. Two entrepreneurs with the same strategy, same things, can have very different results because one can have the nervous system capacity to be visible consistently. The other may have this visibility ceiling and they hit their capacity sooner. The only way to really break through this visibility ceiling is to increase your nervous system's capacity to handle the visibility, to teach your body that it is safe to be seen, building tolerance for the activation that comes with what you're experiencing when you become visible. Your nervous system has its capacity and needs to be gradually increased to be able to be seen. So this can be starting small with visibility that feels manageable. Maybe one social media post a week instead of the 5, trying to do all the things on all the platforms. Maybe a short instead of long form content, or just feeling comfortable with text first, really having your voice out there before you start doing your videos and having your name, your face, and your voice all associated, just starting in small ways. This is practicing visibility in low stakes contacts first, showing up in smaller communities, smaller spaces, smaller groups, building that evidence that visibility doesn't automatically always equal danger. These are regulation practices that help you with your nervous system and staying calm during and after the visibility. So breath work, movement, grounding, anything that helps your body experience that you can be seen and still be okay. Whatever that looks like for you, whatever works the best for that nervous system safety. This is noticing activation without pushing through it because we can feel it. We can recognize it. You feel when you feel that ceiling rising, when visibility starts to feel unbearable, slowing down, acknowledging it instead of pushing harder, giving that nervous system space to integrate. It's consistent, sustainable visibility that never exceeds your current capacity. So you're not, again, white knuckling it through small, regular visibility that your system can tolerate, not just gritting through. As your system tolerates more, your ceiling naturally rises. It also looks at your original origin story, where this whole issue around visibility actually came from. Why does your body believe that being seen is dangerous? What actually happened that taught you that your nervous system is under threat? What happened in your life? And that's not fun work to do, but it's important work to do. Also, most importantly, is patience, patience with yourself, patience with your nervous system, because it didn't learn this in a week. And it's not going to, unfortunately, unlearn it in a week either. But with consistent evidence, the visibility is safe, your capacity will expand. Now, if you want to go deeper, I would love to invite you to the bedroom and to boardroom to bedroom for bedroom to boardroom newsletter, where we discuss these topics and more with free monthly resources to support you on your journey. And all those details are below. I'll see you in the next video.